Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Let's talk about the low altcoin prices. This video I actually want to do in the way like I also do it in the Alpha Factory, so you can get an idea of the exclusive videos that we do in there. So if you don't know about it yet, there's a link down below for the private Discord and you can get on calls with me, but also check out these exclusive videos where I show you more about my portfolio, etc, etc. And I just want to go over the market a little bit, what I'm doing right now, 2 trades that I took, full transparency, and also what I think about what's happening at the moment. So if we look, Bitcoin, nothing really bearish going on right there. It's sitting at 104, 105K, right? So if you look at Bitcoin, you cannot even like say like, oh, is there something bad in the market? What's up with the sentiment, right? Like, it's great, looking fantastic actually. You know, the thing is that altcoins are still in the phase of the cycle where, you know, Bitcoin is outperforming and that's 80-90% the case in every cycle. And we are still there. And that makes people sit in the disbelief phase of the altcoin market. And that's quite understandable. I, however, don't think you want to be the person that, if you look at the last cycle, right, Steam, where this thing went down, if you see it on regular scale, then there's a better way of looking at it. Pumped really hard, went down 98%. Everybody said it was dead, of course. And the people that said, you know what, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I'm a buy here. Congrats. Right now, the thing is though, that we are now, when it comes to the altcoin market, it looks like we are kind of in this phase, right? Where we went down really hard and we get some upwards movements, downwards movements. And people here say, nah, it's over. And we got this in 2017, right? Where it capitulated with another 50%. And of course, all the disbelievers and the bears, whatever, they said, you see? It depends on when you were planning to sell, of course, right? Because if you buy here somewhere, and if you sell here, yeah, then that's not great. But if you buy here, and if you see this happen, and you just ignore it or even buy it, but you know, and just wait for the market to goes up, and you get to this point, yeah, then the UC is not really like, then it's more like, hey, yeah, you see, we got a dip in the meantime. Who cares? Patience, right? It rewards. And I think that in this market, it is pretty much the same. With every 5% dip, there are, of course, people coming out saying, oh, it's bearish. Zoom out a little bit. I don't think it's helpful to focus so much on the short term. I think that low prices are opportunities. And why, like, I get that there are people say that, like, yeah, well, like, yeah, you have to have a lot of patience. But why do I think that? Because there was never a period in crypto where low prices were not an opportunity, right? Eventually, it always turned out to be okay. And I'm just not going to be one of the few clever guys that tries to say like, well, this time is different, and then gets completely wrecked, because it never is actually. Yeah, can the market be moved a little bit more to the right, a little slower? Good, definitely. Then again, if you are in a rush, then you're probably in with too much money. And I would preferably be rich, you know, rather yesterday than today. But then again, if it takes me a couple more months than expected, I'm like, okay, you know, we got the timing off. So what? I'm a human. Like, of course, I get that wrong. But does it really matter that much? I don't know. For me, it's, I don't know. What's happening right now that makes the altcoin market goes down? People are taking some profit. If you look at the USDT and USDC dominance, to be honest, unbiasedly, the pattern is looking really bearish, which is a good thing, actually, right? USDT dominance going down is what we want. Why is this looking bearish? Well, we have major horizontal resistance. We are in a flag pattern with the paw coming from the upside, which is a super bearish pattern. And we have the bull market support band as resistance right now. Could it break up anyway? Yeah. But I'm just seeing 3 things on one chart. Like, if this was a coin, I would not buy it. doesn't mean that it cannot go up, right? But this could be pretty hopeful for the short term, actually. For short term, coming 2-3 weeks probably, right? That there will be some deployment in the crypto market again. People taking profits. You might wonder, well, like, whoa, what profits? I'm gonna talk about 2 trades that I took lately. Even though the market overall is up, down, up, down, you can make money in a market that's going up and down, of course. But yeah, no, I mean, the Bitcoin dominance, look, it's still elevated, right? And if I look at the short term for the Bitcoin dominance, I'm like, well, you know, it's pretty boring. It goes up and down. It hasn't made a new high for like 1.5 months. So we can say that the Bitcoin dominance is now really going up. I mean, it went up here, new high. It went down. And now we're back there again, slowly creeping up, but not spectacular. Overall, the risk levels for the Bitcoin dominance, and also if you just look at how high it is sitting, and you can apply things like what the hell, like the RSI. Yeah, there's not an indicator that shows like, hey, you should now be bullish on the Bitcoin dominance. That would be pretty unwise, actually, to do. But yeah, there are now. That's funny. There are now a lot of people that say you should jump on the Bitcoin train. I think you should be like, I'm now realizing that we should have jumped on the Bitcoin train like 3 years ago. So let's do that next cycle. But it's funny, right? Like, of course, now a lot of people come to that realization. And then they kind of mess it up again, right? Here we just came out of an alt season. Everybody was used to alts. And alts got wrecked right here, right? Like, it was bad. Bitcoin dominance went up, so people got wrecked with alts. And now their alts got wrecked, and they finally realized that, and they'd be like, okay, yeah, let me get into Bitcoin. And then we get an alt season, and they get wrecked with Bitcoin. Like, that's just how it works. And it's also funny. I was speaking mainly at the beginning of the existence of this channel a lot about, hey, don't be in alt yet, right? Bitcoin outperforms. And yeah, that's the sentiment, because a lot of people said to me like, no, you should be in altcoins, you boring piece of Bitcoin, you don't want to do that. And now that this is high, I'm more bullish on altcoins, and I'm of course getting the opposite comments. Whatever, like, I just, with this elevated Bitcoin dominance and every single chart out there, basically, I have really a hard time finding a single reason why I should be more bullish on Bitcoin than on alts right now, let alone multiple reasons that are enough to go against all the reasons that I have to be bullish on alts. So if we look at the altcoin market right now, look, it's like not that bad, actually. If we look what's going on, there are coins, you know, sitting at real low levels. Low is bad, right? That for some reason, low levels are bad. And I said this before, that's understandable, that's logical, like it doesn't give you confirmation. Plus, most people don't buy whenever it's low. They rather buy when it's high, because that feels safer, while it's way more risky, actually. But again, I do want to mention, like, and it is what it is, but if we never were that low right here, right, but we were like going sideways here, and then the chart went here, then where are the big gains? You know, the big gains are coming from the fact that you did buy something really low, and then it went up. That's how you make money, right? Not by, you know, saying that, oh, lows are bad and scary and different and I don't know, whatever, right? And not buy it, because then when things go up, then, yeah, what's there for you? Right? Then there's nothing for you. So try to really let go of the feeling that low prices are bad. Low prices are what you need to make money. There's no other way, actually, in crypto. You cannot buy high, sell high, right? Like, like I bought at 54 cents and I sold at 54.5. Fucking Lambo. Like, I don't know. So try to take advantage of that, I would say. And this is desync, for example. Look, you can look at this chart and be like, hey, we are now here. When were we here? Quite a lot of times. When was it a very bad opportunity to buy there? Here? No, went up here, 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 went up. It went up all the time, right? That's not a guarantee that it will go up here. But yeah, if you're saying that it now goes down, you're betting against a win streak of like 7, 8, 9 times or something like that, like with 100% hit rate so far. And so again, it's not about guarantees, but it's about odds, right? Yeah, being bearish here is betting against every single odd out there, of course. So that's not that smart, in my opinion. What am I doing right now? I'm not taking full position just yet. I think that look, if you look at a coin like ChainGPT, also a coin that I believe in a lot and that I think is ready for a lot of gains, actually. If I look at this, I'm like, you know, there were people buying the 5% dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. You know, if you skip a lot of these smaller dips, right, this day as well, like my watch list, the worst that's read on the last 24 hours is 5-6%. Right? And if you buy every day or every week the 5% dip, yeah, then eventually you run out of money when a real liquidation event happens. And people who have 10K right here spend it all at the wrong moment. You know, you can outperform them with 1K. And it sounds like, why do I care about other people? Well, yeah, I mean, it's player first player, of course, right? Why is this chart going down? And why does that suck for you, right? If that applies to you. Because you didn't sell here, but somebody else did. So they are dumping on you. Yeah, try to do that the other way around. You want to be the dumper, of course, right? That's how you take profits. If you would have bought $1,000 here against someone who bought with 10K right here, right? And that's great, actually, because this is going to make you win this game. And yeah, I've been ignoring this whole ChainGPT dip. At a certain point, I was sitting here and I was like, oh, great point. Maybe I should buy. I don't know. I felt like, let's wait. And it's at the next support level. Don't take that too far. I think that there are also people that say to themselves like, well, I'm gonna wait till it's here. There's always a chance that that's not happening, of course. And depending on the position you have, I think you should make that choice. I didn't buy here because I already had a bag. If I had no exposure, I would have bought here and I would not regret it today because that's part of DCAing, right? You DCA here, cool. Entry point 1, hey, entry point 2, DCA there. And if it gets to entry point 3, I'm also DCA there, right? So that's, in my opinion, the way to really outperform. Skip the dip. I think we should make a t-shirt of that, actually. Skip the dip and yeah, buy the capitulation. Doesn't rhyme, but it's what it is, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. Now, other than that, I am just waiting. For me, it's comfortable. I am still in a profit in this cycle because I mostly bought low. I don't know why. I'm not going to say here on YouTube, I can do that. It is better for the subscriber rate. Like, yeah, watch these videos back. I said it. And, you know, I think there's always luck involved, actually, of course, right? But I happened to bought the 2 big corrections that we got this cycle, and I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Now, The thing is though that buying only the lows, right? I mean this one and this one, but buying only the lows, fine. But you have to take some profits. And I took some profits on one coin, which is Arrow. I had my selling target for Arrow set a little higher, actually. I have to adjust this, giving me warnings right now because I just sold some and I have my selling plan not together right now. But my initial plan was selling at 135. However, Arrow was such an outperformer. And I don't know, again, I don't want to use this as an excuse to be in the Alpha Factory, whatever you suit yourself, but we did kind of post right there, like, the buy level, right? But Arrow was such an outperformer where it went from 28 cents to basically $1 to 96 cents. I feel like, man, if everything goes down, but this one goes up, then, hey, I'm going to take something out right here. So I can just put it into something else that's down. That's a great way of shuffling, right? Because if you look at, I don't know, AVEX, yeah, look at this. If you want to buy AVEX with Arrow, look how low this price chart is probably looking right now. Right? Look at the hit that it took. Oh, whoa. And look, by the way, at the bottom that it's sitting right now. Whoa. Okay, maybe I'm gonna buy some AVEX actually with it. This is kind of a crazy chart, actually, if you look at it like this, right? Where you just have, yeah, whatever, how the hell you draw it. But if it's ranging like that, that's a range. Like in that way, you can just increase your bags, right? If I buy AVEX right here with my Arrow, and it goes up here, and I sell it again, look how many coins I made. Dollar-wise, nothing has to happen, right? That's great. So, but that's what I'm doing. But actually, this is beautiful. Try to pay attention to this kind of stuff. So, but I sold some Arrow at 95 cents. Great exit. And I'm going to just put it into something else. So, what I also did was I stacked up on Seedify, and with Seedify right here, chart took a big hit, definitely. Why? Everything is taking it. Seedify just had a sale. The buy the rumor is a little off the table right now, whatever the hell it may be. Then again, structurally, low, higher low, higher low, and yeah, anything above this 63 cents still higher low. So I cannot really be bearish on this actually. But we talked about the Seedify 100K market cap launches yesterday. They released the Peel, one of these projects, and was 100% TGE. So you got all your money back at when the project came out. Did a 4x. I invested $550. Right, and that did a 4x. That's fine. What did I do? I bought S-Fund for that. So basically, for $550, I got 2,500 Seedify tokens. That's an average of 22 cents. Yeah, that's fantastic. So I added Seedify to my bags right here for an average of 22 cents, which lowered my entry again by quite a lot. My entry is now sitting at 83 cents. Couple of these sales and my Seedify bag is sitting at a really low average actually. Yeah, that's of course fantastic, because then it's so easy to eventually make like a 10x out of this coin, whatever. Plus with a lot of tokens. And I have 103,000 Seedify tokens. I want to get my, I want to keep my tier that I have right now, so I cannot go below 100. So I can sell 3,000 tokens, whatever, when Seedify 2x's or something like that, to take some profit out, right? And if it goes lower, I'm gonna buy more, because I've been just taking profits on things like Arrow and that kind of stuff. There's always something that goes up or looks well or outperforms the other coin. Try to look at that. Web3 Wheels, my project, took a big hit. Somebody apparently sold 1 million tokens, completely fine. And that's so cool. That's also what I said in the Alpha Factory, because I understand this one so well. I understand how the rest of the market works in the same kind of way. And that's this. We have a lot of money in Web3 Wheels. And with a lot of money, I mean a lot of money compared to the liquidity and the market cap. We have a 700, 800K market cap. It is really easy to pump the crap out of this coin with the money that we have. Now, somebody sold and they left a little liquidity in the project. So that's cool already. But also, whenever now we inject a lot of funds, this will pump extra hard because there is less liquidity right now. So instead of a 50% pump, it could now do an 80% pump, whatever, fictional numbers, right? Plus, whenever that pumps, that whale is already gone, so he can't sell it anymore. So that pump is also a lot more sustainable. At a certain point, there's so much strength in the project and so many whales are out that it will pump really hard, but it will also stay there because there is nobody that dumps really hard. But for other projects, pretty much goes the same how that works. So therefore, I just look at certain coins and I'm like, if I really believe in them at least, right? And I'm like, man, these low prices are not an opportunity. They are a blessing. Because again, if you look at Arrow, here, if you look at a monthly chart for Arrow, right? Here it took, it went in 1 month, let's take it wick to wick, from $1 to 150, 160, right? It pumped 60% just in 1 month, like it was nothing. So, of course, whenever the price is not $1, but whenever the price is 28 cents, it's 3 times as easy to pump it just as hard. It's what I said a couple of weeks, months ago. And Arrow played out like that, right? Where you see that indeed, when prices are low enough, we have an 80% pump in a month, like it's nothing. Did we need an alt season? Did we need great news, full reversal of circumstances, good news, stop of QT, rate cuts? No. It's a matter of liquidity, right? We just need alts to get so wrecked that they have to pump that hard. And not every alt will pump that hard when it goes down. Therefore, search for quality right now, because there are a lot of shit coins out there that won't do what Arrow did, right? Because nobody wants to buy these things. So even without all these things that I just discussed that people say that we need, yeah, sometimes we don't need it. Let altcoins get wrecked. Let them get fully wrecked. And if you happen to have a real good entry, within a very short period of time, your bags can 50%, 2, 3x, just because the liquidity is drained and it takes nothing to pump these coins. And people at a certain point do realize, like, hey, but wait, prices are low, but is it a bad project? Why was Arrow worth like 230 right there? Right? And it's 20, 30 cents right here. Huh. Is the project also 9 times as bad right now? No. Is it maybe just really undervalued? Probably. Let's pump it. And there you go. And then you get things like this. And that's great. And don't round trip it really. I said, like, also, it's not sitting at resistance. Sorry, it's not sitting at resistance. That should be around $1, right? Yeah, it's close, but not there yet, depending on how you draw it. But I would say don't wait for a real specific number, because otherwise you would round trip it. And again, you could now use this, for example, to put it into something else that's really low. Yeah, that's perfect, right? How strong do you want your portfolio to be? And then when everything just goes up, because the altcoin market at a certain point in total will turn around, you have no idea how fast your portfolio can grow. Crazy. I'm even like, man, Cardano, great buy. Yeah, did it fall out of this wedge? Definitely. Whatever, right? Horizontals mean more. Doesn't really matter. And here it went above it as well. Did it break out? No, could be a wick. I don't know. But honestly, I think Cardano also is a fantastic buy. I said that in the Alpha Factory as well, that I bought it for a very good reason, because Cardano dominance, most bullish chart I have ever seen in crypto. But price-wise, and 3.166 cents, broke that. Cool. That's the thing of DCAing, right? Doesn't matter. 52, second entry point, 41, third. I don't see it go much lower. But yeah, if it hits this, 31 and 20, whatever, also fine. At a certain point, man, I mean, the people who bought here, again, did they regret buying here because it went here? No, yeah. I mean, eventually it went here. So I don't think so. Unless they panic sold these prices. So therefore, I'm saying like, hey, don't be bearish at the lows. Don't panic sell. That won't help. Be bullish. We are closer to a bottom than a top when we are sitting at low prices. So there is less risk and more reward. Although it feels the other way around. So I want to leave it here. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn a bell notification on. More insights in my portfolio, just track whatever the hell I'm doing, fine. Check out the Alpha Factory down below, and I'm going to take that Arrow AVEX trade, I think, right now. See you guys very soon.